let's talk about It's Like Candy. I can hear it when you walk, even when you talk. Man, listen, from the first best man, Regina Hall. Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Like I don't know if that was her real booty when she put the booty in Merch face. If that was real, I was like, salute to you, Candace. Salute to you, Candy. Salute. Super salute. But we're gonna start with Nita. Then we're gonna go to Tiff. Then we go to Amy. What are our thoughts on Miss Candace Murchinson? I didn't even know that was the name until I looked it up. Merchant. That's why they call him Merch, because his last name's Murchinson. Okay. But Candy, what do we think about Candy? I already know where you're going. But go ahead.
I love Candy. I guess that wig was
that was a Tyler Perry wig.
Aggie. I was like, what is going on?
There's an explanation, though. There's an explanation for that. I have my theory, but go ahead. Go ahead. I have my theory.
I mean, I feel like I know we're going with the whole natural, but there are natural wigs that look more natural. Like, it actually looked like a wig to me. So that kind of defeats the purpose to me. Like, anyway, I'm gonna get off that. I don't like to harp on that, but I think that was a wig choice, and I think they could have did better. Whoever, maybe they don't like you, Regina Hall. I don't know why, because you sweetest girl. And yes, I was trying to get a picture of her when she was doing that dance for my I don't have it. I couldn't get it because anyway, I couldn't get it. I couldn't find it on the internet nowhere. So but that was like one of my favorite parts of that movie.
Mine too.
Yes, I just think she was overworked. And then you remember I already talked a little bit about her because her and Merch's storyline kind of coincide. I just think she was, I don't know, just too driven or something. But I don't want to say anybody's too driven or whatever. I just feel like she just had too much going on. They were doing a lot. They was taking on a lot. Opening up schools after schools, and put more on their plate and stuff like that. And then she's trying to pursue a doctor's degree, and but I do feel like she was there for the kids. It's just like sometimes the schedules just didn't line up. And like Amy said, partnership. Like there were no roles there. There was whoever can do it. Like there were no gender roles. There was like, no, I can't take the kid. Like he tried to protest one time, try to, put a boundary up. And was like, I got my time. And she was like, well, can you make it family time? I was like, but he, eventually he said yes, he would do it or whatever. But yeah, I just think she was a little overworked. And her SA situation. I'm glad that she ended up reporting it because it looked like she was going to stay quiet. And it just so happened that she saw that he was going to win an award. And I was like, yes, I'm so glad. It takes a lot. It takes a lot to say that you're a victim, be re-victimized, not be believed. A lot of that stuff people go through, women especially. I'm sure men go through it too, but I'm going to speak to women where you can't speak up, because if you speak up, it's going to be, you're going to be met with so much pushback. And so all of that stuff is re-traumatizing, humiliating, is, it's very discouraging and stuff like that. So I do like that they put it in the storyline. I mean, it's a real thing that really does happen. And the reason why I think it happened is because he felt like she owed him something because he put her on in that big magazine or something, or it was something. And men think that you can't do nothing nice for a woman and the woman got to owe you her body or something. Like, it's just ridiculous. I'm glad she reported it. I love to see the little times where they, do the edibles, they get loose and all that stuff. they're a really cute couple. I love their declaration to each other when they was talking about they're in quicksand, and he was like, "Well, let's get out of it." And I'm like, I know that's right. And that whole being truthful when you ask how you're doing, be honest and tell me. Don't cover it up. Don't, be honest. So I love that little declaration and how that kind of storyline ended and stuff like that. So love that.
All right. All right. All right. Tiffany.
Candace, when they ate those edibles, first of all, Regina Hall is hilarious. Like by herself, like she is so funny. I mean, she acted her butt off. I was like, okay, you got my stomach hurting when y'all are off these edibles. So yeah, I mean, but I like that they could she could let her hair down and have fun, you know, and let all that stuff go, because I wanted her to tell him that night, you know. I wanted her, when that happened to her, I wanted her to tell. I was like, tell him, because he could beat that dude's, you know what I mean? Like, you know, when he did find out, I thought that's what was gonna happen. I was like, oh, he could fight now, so he gonna go out there, he gonna find that professor, and he gonna do something to him. You know, that's what I thought. But you know, she was overworked. She was doing a lot. She was just doing so much, and you know, she felt guilty. You know, at one point, I think she was like feeling guilty that she, you know, she had to miss the event. You know, she was like, I'm missing the event right now with my friends, and, you know, all of that. And then to be just devastated, you know, you're trusting someone, you thinking, because at first I kind of thought, I was like, he keep telling her to redo it and do it over and do it over. And I was just like, something ain't quite, you know, some in the milk ain't clean with this guy, you know. And boom, it happened, you know. And my mom, when we were watching, she was like, he should have came to your house. You should not be over there. You need to be over there. I mean, it was just so funny. She was talking back to the TV. That whole situation. My mom is so funny. But yeah, so, you know, Candace just, you know, eventually she understood, like, okay, this is my husband, this is my family. Like, I have to, you know, things have to change. You know, when she decided to do the wellness or the what was it, the herbs and
herbal medicine,
the herbal medicine, and, you know, when she decided to do that, it was because of her daughter having the anxiety and everything. So you know, that was something she had to take on, because she wanted to help her daughter for the most part. So I mean, but then it took her away, just like Harper got taken away from his family. It started to do that for her. But that's why I love Murch. Murch is my dude. Like, he just was like, no, you know, we gonna work this out. We gonna get through this. This is us. This is us. And he stuck in there. He hung in there with her, and he found his way, you know, to release what he needs to release. But he still came back, and that's, you know, that's why I love Murch. But Candace, hats off to her, because boy, it was a lot. I know it took a lot for her to, you know, write that letter and get it out there and, you know, tell her truth. So hats off to her on that. Yeah.
Hats off to her. So Candy, man. So here's my theory. Y'all want to hear my theory about the wig? You want to hear my theory?
Oh, Lord.
Because everything y'all just said, as far as her being overworked, doing so much, I think the wig looking so stressed out and being stressed out, that was the purpose of the wig, to display. Because you know, when y'all go through stuff, sometimes, you know, you don't get the time to go get the hair done and everything else like that. You're so in between taking care of the kids, taking care of the job, taking care of everything, right? So, you know, you throw on a wig, and sometimes you may not comb it right, and sometimes, like, listen, okay, we got to go, we got to do this, you got to go to violin practice, you got to do this, you got to do, all right, let me just throw this on real quick, boom, I'm gonna come right back, then I'll take care of it, and then you never come back take care of it because y'all being mommy, y'all being super mom, right? So,
you know what, you might be right about that, Jay. Because it happened, the transition happened after the pandemic. If you notice, she had, you know, straight hair. A lot of us went, like, I still haven't recovered. I haven't got my nails done again. I am gonna keep my hair up though. So I mean, even if I do a
and it looks
ponytail,
good. I like that red. I like that.
But I had, you didn't. Sometimes you don't get back into your regular routines, especially.
Yes.
We never been through a pandemic like this before, so a lot of things that got disrupted, and I did notice that it was right after that, and she was going full force with everything. So
going full force, yes. So that, hey, yeah, I got a little something, I know a little something. I pay attention to y'all for the most part. All right. So I got okay, one more, and then I got a last question, right? One more person we want to touch on. And
can I just jump in real quick, because the dogs went crazy and made my phone fall crazy. But what I was kind of thinking about, like with Candace, is because she used to be a stripper, and she was doing that kind of work through college. I think some of that, like not wanting to be remembered for that and not wanting to be stigmatized by that, I think that was a lot of what was driving her to be, constantly putting so many things on her plate, just from like how she reacted when, the whole stripper thing came up in the restaurant, and the youngest was like, "What's a stripper?" Like, so
what's sex? What's sex? Yeah,
right. So like, there's obviously some conversation about that in their home, and I think she's really trying to erase that part of her history.
Okay, I like that. I like that observation. That's a good one.
VACAYJTV.